First, while we're standing, we're going to have a moment of silence. One of our students lost their parent this week in a tragic situation, so we want to have a moment of silence for them. So if you stand, please. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please, Robin.
Mrs. Melissa Walker? Here. Mr. Mosier?
Here.
Ms. McGinney?
Here.
Ms. Amy Walker?
Here.
And Mr. Wigton?
Here. I need a motion to adopt our agenda for tonight.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Melissa Walker? 4. Mrs. McGinney?
4.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
Ms. Amy Walker?
4.
And Mr. Wigton?
4. Item D, approval of our previous board meeting minutes. We have December 16th, January 6th, and January 19th. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Amy Walker?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mrs. McGinney?
4.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
And Mr. Wigton?
4. We're going to skip over item E and F. We have no visitors either for recognition at this point. Committee reports. Anything from the Legislative Committee?
No report.
Athletic Board of Control?
We met last Wednesday and went over the spring and fall report. Copies available if you'd like to review it. One of the things we did talk about was about making sure that the athletic director starts generalizing what expenses are as far as equipment and so forth. But had a good meeting and waiting to meet in the spring.
Thank you. Student representative comments? Do we have a student representative tonight? We do not. No facilities report tonight. I think we all had an email from Steve earlier about information there. Student achievement, anything there?
No report.
Okay. Board Policy Committee, nothing
No
right
report.
now. Superintendent's update.
Yeah, I have a few items to report on. Next Friday will be the halfway point of the third quarter, and interims will be made available at that time. Regarding staff being vaccinated, we've had 57% of our staff indicate that they would like to receive the vaccine, and that situation is very fluid. I'm disseminating information as I receive it from the state, and essentially they are notifying us about a week in advance of when our staff will get the vaccine. We still don't know if our staff will need to go somewhere to receive the vaccine or they will be coming here. We are partnering with Mid-Ohio Educational Service Center. I'm also hearing that our partner may be we may be assigned a partner with Drug Mart. Initially, we were going to partner with the health department, but they have had such a difficult time getting doses of the vaccine that partnering with Drug Mart may expedite things. Regarding the new quarantine guidelines, we have had, we provided the opportunity for parents to opt their students out of the mask breaks in order to provide a better opportunity to avoid the quarantining from school. We had 55 students participate in that to this point. I just want to remind everybody that there are conditions with to avoid the quarantine, and those conditions are we as a district have to have protocols in place, which we do. The exposure must have occurred in a traditional classroom or on a bus, and both students must have been masked during the exposure. The student who eventually becomes the positive case, as well as the student who is identified as a close contact. They both have to have masks on, and they both have to be socially distanced at least 3 feet. So it's our hope that some of our students may be able to avoid the quarantine. They can't avoid the quarantine altogether, but what they can avoid if they meet all of these conditions is they can still come to school and they can still ride the bus to school, but they would still have to participate in all other quarantining activities, including they would not be able to participate in extracurricular activities. We did, over the last week, receive some positive financial news. Our state funding was cut at the state level earlier in the year, and we received news over the past week that those cuts were reduced, and we will receive an additional $225,000 this fiscal year, which will help offset the deficit that we currently maintain. Secondly, the federal government has provided schools with another round of CARES Fund monies, or ESSER as they're known. And Madison, we anticipate receiving a little more than $2.5 million through those funds. And
Nice.
Wow.
that's great, but keep in mind, our hands are tied a little bit, and we're kind of limited on what we can spend that money on. But we're really going to dig into that and look hard at that and see where we can use that money for new things and for things that we may be able to offset in the general fund as well. So, and that money has to be made available to us no later than January 1 of 22, but we're hopeful that we can get access to that sooner than that. February is Black History Month, and we're excited. Each of our buildings are working on and have been planning some celebration to recognize Black History Month, and so we're looking forward to those celebrations in each of the buildings. And lastly, we are putting together our second edition of the district newsletter and look forward to that being out in the month of February at some point. So that is my update.
Thank you. Wow.
Okay,
Good.
thank you. That was good news. You can bring that every month.
I'd love to.
Next, we have Natasha Rep.
The student
From-
rep, student rep is here now.
I'm sorry.
The student rep is here.
Oh, we do have a student rep here now. So if, Natasha, if you don't mind, we'll go ahead and allow our student rep to give her report.
It's confusing because rep.
Right.
Can she take her mask off to talk?
If you'd like to take your mask
I
off.
can talk loud with the mask on.
She's loud.
I am very,
I can assure you that.
so sorry for being late, guys. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity of being here with all of you guys today. For those of you guys who don't know me, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Caitlin Reese, and I'm a senior at Madison and the Vice President of Student Council. Today I'm filling in for our president, Cammie Baker, who has been quarantined. We can definitely all agree that things have been a little crazy these past few months with transitioning to remote learning, back to school, back to remote, and then back to school again. To be completely honest, it has been hard on a lot of students who have had a lack of support at home, not to mention a student's need for stability. We go to school every day wondering when we're going to have to transition back to remote learning, and we're always trying to be prepared for the worst. When we do have face-to-face learning, we face the issue of having hardly any students in our classes, in which affects a lot of students and teachers' abilities to learn and teach. However, while many students struggled to get through the second quarter, others pushed through, and we worked really hard and made the honor roll. I've heard a lot of students in the hallways say how happy they are with their grades and how much they appreciate the teachers who helped them through remote learning. Madison has definitely prepared their students for the transition into remote learning at the beginning of the school year. The administration also constantly reminds us to work hard through the time of remote learning. In regards to our senior class, I am happy to say there are 17 projected valedictorians for the class of 2021.
Wow.
Not to mention, many seniors are buzzing about the colleges they have been accepted into and their plans post-high school. Furthermore, I am happy to say our winter sports teams are doing a spectacular job and are happy for the opportunity to compete this year. The wrestling team, as usual, is doing great, and a special congratulations to Nate Barrett, who just hit 100 wins in wrestling. Let's not forget about the basketball team, who is displaying remarkable teamwork this season. Madison has done a great job conveying good sportsmanship. In addition, the swim team has worked hard and have won 3 meets this season. Moreover, there is a lot of excitement amongst the track athletes for their upcoming season. Not to mention, boys tennis is starting up. I know both sports teams will do a great job this season. To finish, sometimes students just need a little motivation to get them through the day. Well, I don't know about some of the other students, but one thing that motivates me every day is the positive jokes told by our principal, Mr. Conway. While some of his jokes may be corny, his positivity and passion for his job brings me the Madison spirit many students have been lacking. I would just like to conclude by saying the administration and staff has done a great job abiding by the COVID guidelines and setting an example for the students. Thank you all for everything you do to make Madison a safe educational environment for all of its students.
Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thank you. She's not real loud.
Let's just say she wasn't just now.
Now, Mrs. Rep, it's your turn. Excited to hear about your new digs.
Yes. Is it okay if I remove mine, or would you like me to keep it on?
You can take it off.
Is that
if
okay?
you
Is that
prefer.
okay?
That's
Okay.
fine.
Well, as you know, we've had a lot of exciting and new changes happening at the Early Childhood Center this past year, actually this past 6 months. It's been a very busy year for us with moving building locations, setting up our new building, hiring some new staff, and then also redoing and updating our policies and procedures for COVID. As you know, our new building, which obviously it's so beautiful, we'll just go ahead and display for everybody again. It's been a wonderful upgrade for us from our Jesse Beer building location. But before I keep going on, I just want to give you all a big thank you. None of this could have been possible without you all, the board. I know you all have taken a lot of your own time going into the building, touring the building, listening to our needs, meeting with us, meeting with Steve Christ, just really putting our children's needs, our family needs above a lot. And just, I know this was a really big undertaking for our district. And I just really want to say thank you to you all. It's very much appreciated for us and the future of our program. So thank you very much. And to say thank you, our children at MECLC made you all some pictures. Our preschool students did, along with writing their names the best they can. And they added some pictures for you as well. So this is Mrs. Addington. She's one of our preschool teachers. So she has them for you. So she's just going to put them up here on the stage for you to look over. But again, thank you so much. I also wanted to say thank you to Steve Christ. I know he's not here tonight with us. But Steve Christ and the custodial staff and the maintenance staff Again, they had a huge part in getting us moved into this building. Every day they were there painting, cleaning, repairing things for us. When I would go over every day, they were there. I got to know each one of them by name. They got to know me very well too. They were always so excited to show me what they were doing, and they would always want to come show me, oh, look at this, look at that. They were just so excited for the changes that was happening in the building too. So again, thank you to Steve's team. I really appreciate them as well. And also thank you to Steve Barr, Melissa, and Luke. It's a lot of work when you move a building that's like Jesse Beer for 35 years. We were in that building to a whole new building location. It's a lot from the custodial staff, the maintenance, but also the technology part of it, to setting up the phones, the fax machines, the printers, the copiers, the computers, the security system. I mean, a lot goes into it. So thank you to Steve Barr and his team as well, Melissa and Luke. They were with us a lot through this whole move as well, so a big thank you to them. And then, of course, I want to say thank you to my staff. I just need to give lots of kudos and praise to my staff. We did this move within 2 weeks. We packed up our entire building within 2 to 3 days and moved our entire building over to the new building with a moving company, of course, and got the whole building set up and reopened it within 2 weeks. So it was a big undertaking. So a lot of my staff worked around the clock to make that happen. So I have a wonderful staff. I'm very lucky and very grateful. So a big thank you to my staff as well. In our new building, as you know, we reopened on August 10th of last year. This building has 2 infant rooms, 2 toddler rooms, 4 pre-K rooms, 2 school-age rooms, and then we also have the career tech, the child development classroom and lab. And it's a ranch level, which we love. We don't have all those extra stairs. And it's not an open staircase, which is nice, because that was always really difficult for our preschoolers going up and down the steps with their little legs. So this is much, much better for them. And what we also really like is down one hallway, we have all the infant toddlers. And down the other hallway, we have all the preschool and school-age program. So we don't have a lot of overlapping. And then the Career Tech program has their own area too. And then the office is kind of like the hub, the central location in the middle. So it's a really nice flow. It really flows well. And then, of course, the condition of this building, we have a lot of newer equipment with the roof and the windows and the hot water takes. I mean, a lot of what you already know, but it's been a huge improvement for our program. Around the fall time, I was trying to think, I would love to have a huge open house to invite all the community in there and just invite all of our families coming in to show them what we're doing, our building. But obviously with COVID, that kind of put a damper on all that. So I was trying to brainstorm some ideas of what we could do. We partnered with Richland Source, and they actually wrote a wonderful article for us about our program and our new move to our new building location. And they also created a virtual open house, like a virtual tour for us for our building too. I don't know if some of you have been able to see it or not. That was released in November, but I'm going to show it to you now as well if you haven't had a chance to view it yet. At the bottom. Yep, on the left.
At Madison Early Childhood Learning Center, we were excited to open on August 10th, 2020 in a new building at 1035 Grace Street. In this ranch-style building, our classrooms are conveniently located on one floor with a hallway for infants and toddlers and a hallway for preschool and school-aged children. With programs for children 6 weeks in age to 12 years, we use the creative curriculum, providing a learning environment that fosters a child's independence and growth. Lunches are prepared in the kitchen and provided to all students daily, along with breakfast and an afternoon snack. Teachers here provide more than childcare. They also develop weekly lesson plans for their students, growth assessments, developmental screenings, and a hands-on, structured learning environment. We offer licensed childcare to infants from 6 weeks to 18 months. Our 2 infant childcare rooms are equipped with cribs, high chairs, a lunch table, and safe playtime activities. All formula and baby food is provided by our center, or parents can choose to bring their own formula based on their child's needs. Parents receive a daily record of their infant's day-to-day schedule, including details on eating, diaper changes, naps, and other activities. We want our parents to know that their children are receiving the best quality child care. Even at the toddler age, we keep our teacher-to-student ratios low and divide toddlers into 2 classrooms for more individualized, focused care. These classrooms feature cots for nap time, lunch tables, and in-room bathrooms to assist children with potty training. We focus on preparing toddlers for pre-K by introducing center play areas, group lunches, individualized cubby areas, and a more structured routine. Our state-licensed preschool program successfully prepares children for school and offers wraparound childcare in the afternoon, convenient for working families. Learning centers in each room emphasize hands-on activity and allow children to play together and practice their social skills. Teachers add additional learning centers based on themes and introduce weekly lesson plans to our preschoolers. Our preschool teachers all have degrees in early childhood education or child development, and students learn through exploration and play while interacting with each other and learning independent skills. Our school-age program is a 5-star rated school-age program. The ages of children range from 5 years to 12 years old, kindergarten through 6th grade. These students benefit from teachers with bachelor's or master's degrees, as well as our style of evidence-based learning using the Ohio K-12 standards. Our Latchkey program for school-age children provides before and after school care, including childcare for snow days, early release days, and snow delays. Our summer school is a full-day program for school-age students. They attend multiple field trips, participate in the summer library reading program, and learn confidence building, bullying prevention, and how to work with others through CASey, Community Action for Capable Youth. The partnership between Career Tech Child Development students and the Madison Early Childhood Learning Center provides positive experiences for our children. And this assists high school students with opportunities to explore a career in early childhood education. Juniors and seniors in the Career Tech program train in our non-traditional classroom, where they learn theory, practice lesson planning, and put together their portfolios. The child development students receive hands-on practice of implementing their lesson plans and teaching these to the children in our classrooms. Career Tech Child Development students that receive a passing grade and earn their Child Development Associates can receive up to 15 credit hours of college credit if they continue their education at North Central State College.
I thought they did a very nice job, Richland Source did. I think they really focused on the program, the specifics that we offer families. And what I also like about the video is they gave it to us where it's the whole video, but they also gave it to us in clips. So on our website, I took just the school age portion of it and uploaded it to the school age part on our website. So if a family's just interested in the school age part, they could just go directly to the video on the school age and watch about the school age program itself. The video, we did a marketing blast with it on our Facebook page, and it reached a little over 15,000 people, and it was viewed around 7,750 times in complete entirety. So it reached a lot of people, so it was really great. Currently, our enrollment right now, our infant and toddler programs are almost full. Our preschool and school age programs are not as full as we would like them to be. A lot of that does have to do with just COVID right now, with parents and families having job loss or working from home, or loss of hours, and also with remote learning. We have some children that have chosen to just stay at home at this time and have remote learning, or with their older siblings having remote learning, the families are choosing to keep their younger siblings at home. So we're hoping as things improve, then our enrollment will starting to be, picking back up. But we have been receiving calls every day, and we actually just enrolled 5 new children today. So that's just it's really how it is. It's a constant turnover, but we do look forward to the summer. That's always a big time for us for enrollment, especially with our school-age summer program. We're always full in our summer program, so we're really looking forward to that. We're going to start enrolling for the school-age summer program on May 1st. We just recently started implementing PBIS in our preschool program. We just had all of our preschool staff and I trained on the 6 modules for PBIS. We just finished that, and we just started implementing PBIS in our preschool program in November. So it's a work in progress, and our goal is to start implementing the PBIS in our school-age latchkey program as well in the spring. This right here is our matrix. We actually created our matrix along with Madison South Preschool. Our team and their team worked together. Our matrix looks a little bit different than ours because we kind of adjusted it to fit our program needs a little bit more. Our 3 rules are be kind, be safe, and be responsible, whereas theirs are be kind, be safe, and be ready. So we just critiqued it a little bit differently. I'm actually going to now turn it over to Miss Heather, or as you would refer to her, Mrs. Addington. She's a preschool teacher. She teaches our 4- and 5-year-old preschool students. She's been with us for a very long time, and she's just going to share with you a little bit about what our preschool teachers are doing right now with PBIS.
Good evening.
Hi.
Our preschool team sees the PBIS as a proactive behavior system that we put in place each day we come to work. It promotes a safe, effective learning environment. And the ways that we implement our PBIS in our rooms is all of our rooms they earn stickers for using manners, practicing our different rules of the matrix that we have taught them along the way, just being helpful, helping a friend. We recognize them for their positive behavior. We immediately give them a sticker. In the 4- and 5-year-old rooms, we start off the year with 10 stickers they earn, and then once they earn those 10 stickers, they earn a prize. Then right now, the second part of the year, we move it up to 20 stickers, getting them ready for kindergarten, and then they earn a prize after that. Another way, we have started implementing a leadership award, and what that entails is our administration in our building, after we recognize each child for their behavior, we write what they did home so the parent automatically knows why they got that award, put their name on the bottom, put it in a jar for a drawing on each Monday that the office then draws 1 name per room. We announce it, we cheer for them down the hallways, the administration stands at the end of the hallway, they cheer, they go to the office, they pick a prize. They love it. I have a little girl in my room who went from 3 times a week me calling to the office to assist with her behavior to actually none right now. She is constantly, Miss Heather, do I get a leadership award? Do I get a leadership award? And I say, I put it in my file. And I make sure by the end of the day, she gets a leadership award for something she has done. It has improved her behavior 100%. So that is fantastic with her. Another way for a whole classroom to earn positive behavior awards is we have started they earn pom-pom balls. And this is something they do as a class together, sitting at the lunch table, walking down the hallway, playing in the gym, something that they have come up with that they want to have a party about. So our goal this time is to have a hot chocolate party. So we voted, we used that as a math lesson. I have a big hot cocoa cup on my door to remind them every day our classroom goal is a hot chocolate party. We earn pom-pom balls. So I started off with a smaller container so it's attainable. And then the next time I do it, it's going to be a little bit bigger. So that is something that we have done as a class together. So we have individual and we have classroom PBIS positive behavior. It has been super. We also, with us taking these classes, we had some money that we could spend. We invested in a popcorn machine and a snow cone machine, so we do have that at our facility that we have to offer as one of the big prizes for earning their points. So it has been tremendous, and I just wanted to end by saying thank you to all of you. Again, we could have not moved to our new building and been this successful without your support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then these are just a few pictures that I chose and just picked out. We like to take lots and lots of pictures in our program. The kids always see me with my phone, and I'm always taking pictures. In fact, they know me as taking so many pictures. They like to say, let me see, let me see, let me see, when they see me with my phone, because they know there's a picture on my phone of somebody on it. So these are just a few pictures I chose. We like to have lots of celebrations, and being that this is a time with COVID, we can't have our families in our building. So we try to be as creative as possible, and the staff tries to be as creative as possible. We were able to have our annual Thanksgiving preschool luncheon with our families. So instead, we still had our Thanksgiving luncheon. We just did it in our classrooms, and we made our Thanksgiving Day tables in our classrooms. And the children still made their decorations and their table decorations. We still had our Harvest Day celebrations, and we still celebrated Veterans Day, and we still play in the snow and celebrate when we have snow, and we still celebrate Thanksgiving and make papier-mâché turkeys and write reports and make Thanksgiving Day reports and stories. So we always try to think of ways that we can have our celebrations still, even at a time that we're in right now. And I do want to add that we were very fortunate. We were able to receive some extra funds with some money through the CARES Act. We were able to purchase some extra materials for our building and our classrooms and our students and our children that we would have not been able to purchase otherwise. We were able to purchase some extra dramatic play equipment and sensory and STEM equipment, extra changing tables that were very, very much needed, that really needed replaced. And changing tables are very expensive when you have commercial changing tables. They're upwards of almost $1,000 a piece, so they're very, very expensive. And also, I don't know if you drove past the building recently, but we have a big canopy in our back of our building now. We didn't have any shade above our infant and toddler playground, so we were able to purchase a canopy for a shade for our infant and toddlers now. So now they have that above their playground, and we were able to purchase some extra seating for them, so they have seating now too, so when they're outside. So we were really trying to become creative with the funding that we did receive and ways that we could enhance their learning space. And then, of course, with the best practices that we were required to follow per ODE, with reopening our program, we used some of the extra funding to provide extra staff as well. Also, some ways that we're trying to incorporate more communication with our families, because again, we're limited on how much they can come into our building. We created the Facebook page that I spoke about earlier last fall. This has been an awesome and a great resource for our families and our staff. I try to make updates on it at least 2 to 3 times a week. We're constantly putting pictures, uploading videos, just newsletters, information on our Facebook page. It's been really helpful, and we've had a lot of great feedback from it. And then, of course, our Madison website. I really utilize this a lot more than ever this year. I really try to update our resources as much as possible, such as like nutrition, kindergarten readiness, literacy, vaccine information, anything I can think of that could be helpful for our families. I really try to put this on our website so that could help them. And it's also been really beneficial for new enrollment as well, because all of our packets now are online. And again, I just want to say thank you for your help in getting our new building. We love it when we walk around the building. There's lots of smiles. Morale is very up right now, even in a time where it's very difficult. But we're very happy, and we just wanted to say thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We have no donations, so treasurer's report. Can I have a motion to accept that?
So move.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Just at the number 3, the approval of the tax budget is an annual document that I have to give to the county auditor to explain why we need all the taxes that we are levied for our district.
Okay. If there's no other discussion, roll call, please.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
Mrs. McGinney?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Ms. Amy Walker?
4.
And Mr. Wigton?
4. Item K, matters related to personnel. Can we have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
any discussion?
I do have one person I'd like to recognize this evening. Vicki Perry is retiring from the district. Most recently, she was a library tech at Mifflin Elementary. Vicki has worked faithfully in the district for the last 21 years as both a library tech and an aide. She has worked at the old junior high. I had the privilege of working with her at the high school for several years. She has worked at South and is retiring from Mifflin. And she is definitely a Ram and has given a lot to this district, and I just want to recognize her tonight in her retirement and congratulate her. She was not able to be here, but I did want to recognize and congratulate her.
Thank you. Okay, roll call?
Ms. Amy Walker?
4.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
Mrs. McGinney?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
And Mr. Wigton?
4. Next is item L, Board Recognition Month.
If I could, like to take a moment to recognize our Board of Education members and Board of Education members across the state and the country. I'll start by reading the resolution that's on the agenda. Whereas it shall be the mission of the Madison Local School District to provide all students with the best possible education, and whereas the school board sets the direction for our community's public schools by envisioning the community's education future, and whereas the school board sets policies and procedures to govern all aspects of school district operation, and whereas serving on a school board requires an unselfish devotion of time and service to carry on the mission and business of the school district, and whereas the school board must respond on behalf of the community to the educational needs of the students, and whereas the school board voluntarily accepts the above-mentioned responsibilities, now therefore be it resolved that I, Robert S. Peterson, do hereby proclaim January 2021 as School Board Recognition Month. I encourage all citizens to publicly and privately thank the school board members from all districts serving this community for their dedicated service to our children. And in addition to that, on behalf of our students, staff, and our community, I would like to personally thank the board members for their leadership and efforts in the Madison Local School District. So thank you.
Thank
Thank you. And we have a
And
motion.
at this time, I do have certificates to present.
Well, thank you. I'll take your hand either.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rob.
Save the best for last.
Thank you.
That's what I just said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have a motion to accept all this?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
Mrs. McGinney?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Ms. Amy Walker?
4.
Mr. Wigton?
4. Next is superintendent's business, item M. Can I have a motion to accept that?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Discussion?
Just one item that I want to address, which is number 3, the resolution to establish educational requirements for substitute teachers. for the 2020-2021 school year. Recent legislation has allowed us to adjust the requirements for substitute teachers. I think, as we're all aware, it's been very difficult this year to get substitute teachers, and so legislation allowed some adjustments there. And we have worked in conjunction with Mid-Ohio Educational Service Center, who provides our substitutes to us, and we are now requiring an associate's degree or the equivalent thereof through coursework, as opposed to prior the bachelor's degree. So hopefully that will allow for some more substitutes to be able to apply and for us to be able to use in our district. So that's what that resolution is all about. And Robin, I think you have, do you have the resolution?
Yes, he's already, I'll give it to him to sign.
It's all taken care of? Okay.
Okay. Roll call.
Ms. Amy Walker?
4.
Mrs. McGinney?
4.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mr. Wigton?
4. Next is item N, visitors' comments. Do I have any visitors wishing to comment? Okay. President's business. We need to change the date of our next regular board meeting that was scheduled for February 24th. I'd like to make it the Wednesday before, which is February 17th. That is Ash Wednesday, if that makes a difference to anyone.
That's fine with me.
Okay. Seeing no one
Objecting?
waving frantically.
Same time.
Same time, yes, 6 o'clock. All right. With that being said, we need a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Okay, a second?
Second.
We will be discussing item A2, D, and G of the agenda for that. So if there's no discussion, roll call.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
Mrs. McGinney?
4.
Ms. Amy Walker?
4.
And Mr. Wigton?
4. When we return, there will be no further action taken other than to close the meeting.
The grievance.
You'll be voting on the grievance.
You want to vote on it.
Pardon?
Will you be voting on the grievance?
I'm sorry, we will be voting on a grievance. Thank you. My bad. Okay,
Keep it up, you'll get fired.
I know.
No, he won't.
A motion to come out of executive session.
Janie,
Jane.
I'll second.
Jane made it.
Okay,
Thank you.
any discussion? Roll call?
Mrs. McGinney?
4.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Ms. Amy Walker?
4.
Mr. Wigton?
4. Now we need a motion to uphold the superintendent's
So
decision
moved.
on the grievance.
So move.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
Ms. Amy Walker?
4.
Mrs. McGinney?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mr. Wigton?
4. Now we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Okay, I can't write that fast.
Yes, 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 and yes.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mrs. McGinney?
4.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
Ms. Amy Walker?
4.
And Mr. Wigton?
4. Thank you.